Welcome back. Sims 4. Create a Sims, the demo. Let's check it out. Okay, there's one thing that I'm seeing right off the bat. And we're going to check this out. But all of them sort of look like they could have been related. If you take away like the skin tones in the eyes. So we'll see here. So, this Create a Sim. This is all redone. One of the things that EA has been talking about is that they wanted to add new features to the game, and to be able to do so, they would need to do some serious rewriting of the code. So there are new features like animations that are in the game because of the fact that they have done a lot of rewriting to the base code of the game. Okay? Now, this is a demo of what you will be using if you decide to purchase the game and create a sim. And you can see the enhanced animations here. But what I'm curious about is one of the things that I enjoyed about The Sims. Now, I'm not a heavy Sims player, okay? Let me be very clear about that. But I have enjoyed watching others play and, just let their creativity run wild on the creation of characters. And basically, like particularly with Sims 2, oh my god, you could create just about anything, anyone. It was awesome. Now, I admit that I sort of dipped out a little bit on Sims 3. Okay, I dipped out a lot because I feel like every time there's a new release, we go backwards and then crawl forwards. And the eyes all look the same. What the heck? Look at that. They all look like they could be relatives. I mean, if you take out the skin tone, they all look like they could be relatives with different animations. Like that one, he's looking like wide-eyed, but his eyes aren't really wide. Huh. Okay, these are template, but I guess the are presets. I expected the presets to have more diversity. And I'm not talking about in skin color, I'm talking about in general, face. I mean, the faces are all basically the same. I mean, there's slight... Okay, I'm trying to make his eyes big. More round. And I can't, well, as far as celebrities, like Jay-Z, Prince. Somebody that's got those... Angelina Jolie, I mean, she's a woman, but you know what I mean. The large, round kind of eyes, and I can't do it. I can't... What? I mean, am I the only one seeing this? I mean, can you guys see this? Where the eyes just don't... I'm trying to randomize because give me some big round eyes. Wow. Are you kidding me right now? They all look alike. I don't even know what to say. I'm literally speechless right now because this should not be this should not be happening. Wow. Okay. that greatly diminished. Like
Crow.
I
Niblet
wow.
run, Shaloy.
Okay. I was literally speechless before. I could not, because there were people that I was, with Sims, you create a story and your character has life. This is the walking animations. This is part of the animations they put in, and I'm showing this for a reason because we're going to talk about this. Oh man, are we going to talk about this? But I don't have the patience as I once did for character creation, because I could sit there forever, and that's not, that's not a good thing. So anyway, I pass this off to my daughter. So the footage that you're seeing right now is what my daughter did. A lot of the tunes that I play, my daughter has made, like Nairo with the beautiful, yeah, my daughter made that. So I said, okay, this is what we're going to do. I want you to make a celebrity and see if you can pull this off, because you should, in this brand new Sims 4, you should be able to basically say, I want to create Madonna, or I want to create Angelina Jolie, or I want to create Jay-Z. And you should be able to do that. So my daughter is trying to create Beyonce Knowles. And we're already bumping into problems with the eyes, okay? But you can see here that the females have more diversity with eye shape than the males do. But you still can't get, like round eyes. I don't understand. Like if you wanted to make an anime-ish type character, you could not do that. And I'm not saying exaggerated round. I mean just simply like Prince round, almond shape round. I couldn't even get my eyes in here. Wow, blue. Okay, so I'm gonna stop. Let's talk about how this came to be. How did this Sims create a Sims? How did we get to this point? Well, this summer there was a lot of controversy, and I talked about this on Twitter for a bit, where when EA and Maxis announced that there were going to be things missing feature-wise in Sims 4 that were included in the previous games. Swimming pools, swimming wear, toddler life stage. And you know how you were able to just, go around in an open world? Well, not in Sims 4. You will be stuck with loading screens. Now, they also said that the Create a Sim style, which was a customization feature that was in the previous Sims game, would not be added because they added other features, which we'll talk about in a minute. And in a series of tweets, it was revealed that the game would ship with a stripped-down version of story progression, and that basements, grocery stores, school, and work locations would not be featured in the game, while careers and schools would still be. They were represented differently from Sims 3, more like Sims 2. This ticked people off, and it absolutely caused me, because at first I was somewhat excited about a rewrite of the game, because I imagined all of what we had before plus, whatever new. Well, it's not like that. So Maxis said that it was not possible to include every feature in the new game that had been added over the 6 years that Sim 3 was in development. It was not possible. They said that they could be added at a later date, but they did not confirm how it would be done and whether it would be free or not. Now, because of the previous reputation of the franchise, people weren't buying that it was going to be free, okay? People weren't buying it. So it caused some unrest. So they questioned, why are some features like the cupcake machine implemented over what players felt were key game features? And so Maxis tried to explain that. And here's a quote from that. You can't weigh features by how much you want them in-game. You have to consider how many development resources it takes to create them. The tram, a couple of days from one of our graphics guys, and it's finished. Very low risk, low complexity, and it adds a nice visual punch to the neighborhood. I can't ever recall scoping against effects. They always have time to be adding more stuff. Our effects people submitted their own long list of things they wanted to work on because there wasn't enough for them to do. Now, you can't take the effects people and ask them to add pools to the game. They don't have the work skills to do it, neither do I. Pools, toddlers, they're extremely complex features that require months of man-hours of work across multiple disciplines and introduce significant risk. If we were to have added one of those to the game, there would have been two choices for us. Cut many small features or cut other significantly large feature. Or the option that they did not mention here, push the launch date to an acceptable date that the consumer gets what they expect, they release a good game, everybody's happy. That's what I'm saying. People weren't exactly satisfied with that explanation, so they tried to explain it a little bit more, and here's another quote. It begins with new technology and systems that we built for this new base game for The Sims. The vision for The Sims 4 is a new experience, and to do that, our technology needed a major upgrade. When we sat down and looked at everything we wanted to do for the game, all of the new tech we wanted to build into it, the fact that there would be trade-offs, and this would disappoint some of our fans. Hard pill to swallow, believe me, but delivering on the vision set out for Sims 4 required focus. And then she went on to speak about how Sims emotions and advanced animations, interaction, and behaviors, as well as the new Create a Sim and Build Mode tools, and you're looking at the Create a Sim demo now, are a large part of the reason that it detracted focus from features such as swimming pools and the toddler life stage. End quote. Thank you, Wikipedia, for summarizing very nicely what transpired over a couple of months. So where does that leave us? I have said many times that the gaming industry is allowed to get away with stuff that other industries could never get away with. For example, try buying anything and it's not up to the polish that was expected. You expect, if something says, for example, that it's going to have, like you buy a microwave. Let's say you buy a microwave and it has XX features. Not only do you expect it to have those features, you expect it to perform properly. You don't expect it to be buggy or anything like that, because you can then return it if it doesn't work right. If you were to pre-order, like say for example, a movie, and the movie misrepresented itself, then you'd have cause to return it. What a lot of people did, because they love the brand so much, as soon as it was announced that there was going to be a Sims game and the pre-orders were available, people gave up their credit cards without knowing a damn thing about this game, making the assumption that it would have at least what was in Sims 3. They were enjoying Sims 3, so it would be at least that. And they were wrong. Because this is a stripped down version, and I don't think that the consumer should pay for that. If they decided, well, we have this vision, why are you paying $70 for a stripped down version? That makes no sense. And there are going to be people that don't give a damn because they love the brand so much. And you know what? That's fine because you have a right to do, with your money what you want to. That's your voice. But then don't complain when you get that game and it didn't have what you thought that it would have because you made the bad choice. That consumer made the bad choice of speaking with their money without knowing what they were getting. And let me tell you, they don't usually do that anywhere else. So I really think that some laws need to come down on the gaming industry so that consumers have the same protections as other industries. That gaming companies actually have to adhere to common moral and ethical practices that other industries must abide by. Otherwise, they're going to get bitch slapped by the law. I mean, you can't buy a car and the damn thing doesn't work. You can't buy anything and it not work and you can't return it. Well, if a game is buggy, why can't we? There are some bugs that are to be expected, okay? Like, for instance, on a launch day, you have millions of people, hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands of people trying to access the same thing at the same time. It is expected for there to be some choke there, okay? That's understandable. But game crashes because it's not compatible with a specific line of graphics cards? No, you should say up front, if you have this, and that, this game is not for you. Because they know this. So I think that things need to change. Okay, so back to this. There are just... The beautiful thing about The Sims was being able to let your creativity run wild. And the Sims community was awesome with that. And they, particularly in Sims 2, you could make just about anything, anyone, and put it in the game. Okay? It was awesome. And seeing some of the creativity, I actually, for a while, followed fan fiction made movies based on Sims because this plot was good and it was like watching a little movie. It was awesome. And I was really hoping with this new Create a Sims thing that there would be more options here, and there aren't. Like, you can't adjust height. You can't have a short female. At least not that I saw. Maybe it's here hidden somewhere. But you can't have a short female. And that's probably because height has a lot to do with age in this game. But in this brand new thing, should it? Should it be based on height? I don't think so. You should be able to have a little person in this game if you want to. A little adult. They exist. Why can't you do that? Why would you automatically assume a certain height on a complete rewrite would imply a child? Or somebody 5'4" versus somebody 5'9" versus somebody 6. Why can't you do that? I think that it's disappointing. And keep in mind that EA sort of accidentally, I don't even want to say accidentally, they showed some footage, and I talked about this on Twitter, where there's a premium paywall that's going to be in this game, where if you pay, you get X amount of features. I think this was something that should have been told to consumers before the pre-order thing. Everything like that should have been released. If you're playing this, I don't think, because I mean, imagine that if you buy the game and then you've got to turn around and pay a subscription just to be able to access certain things. What's behind that paywall? Shouldn't you be able as a consumer to make that informed decision before you spend your money? This is August. Everything about Gamescom, release it all. Release all that information. So I'm hoping that gamers stop being so... No, actually, what I hope that gamers do is start applying the rules to the gaming industry that they do with every other industry. Yeah, that's what I hope. So, anyway, do you think this looks like Beyonce? Do you think you could have done better? Do you think that if you buy this game, you can create yourself, your spouse, your favorite celebrity? And Beyonce is not my favorite celebrity. I don't have a favorite celebrity. We just sort of picked a person. Let me know. What are your thoughts on this? Okay, that'll be it for this one. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up button. It lets me know if you like the video or not. Thank you for sharing and liking and interacting with me. I read everything. I may not respond right away, but I read everything. I love it. And using the Amazon and the donation links because it allows me to do what I love, and I could not do it without you.
Oh.
Links are in the description below, and I will see you guys
It's too late.
in
It's
the
too
next
late.
one. Welcome back.